Virgo Love Horoscope. Virgos are born August 23rd to September 22nd. What is this sign like in love and relationships? Picky Virgo, love can be a challenge when your high standards get involved. As their zodiac's perfectionist, it's hard for anyone to measure up to your criteria. You'd rather be alone than settle a great attitude, as long as you keep your expectations realistic. When applied correctly, this weeding out process chases away the losers and can even tame eternal bachelors. Many times, though, you barely give anyone a chance. One human slip-up can be a fatal flaw for your suitors. Since first dates are often filled with nervous moments, you may need to give people a tad more leeway. Analytical Virgos have a way of sizing people up, your eyes squinting as you assess the creature in front of you. You don't mean any harm, you just can't help noticing every detail. However, it can be quite intimidating for the person under the Virgo microscope. Underneath it all, is the fact that you're just incredibly hard on yourself. Thank your inner critic for sharing, then tell it to shut up. It will give you a lot more tolerance for other people's imperfections. Wise and worldly though you are, there's a certain childlike innocence about you as well. No matter how tough or wild you act, when it comes to romance, Virgos have an old-fashioned streak. You want the full fantasy, complete with a dashing suitor who sweeps you off your feet, or vice versa. Even if you run a physics lab or boast several PhDs, your romantic notions remain simplistically sweet. Amid the fantasies, however, your soulmate still has to pass a long, practical checklist. For starters, this person has to be clean. Virgos are hygiene freaks, loyal, respectful and intelligent. No dummies make it past a first date with picky Virgo, not even the hot ones. Bookish Virgos can be introverts, and many of you are reluctant to spill your secrets, which makes it hard for people to get close to you. Or, you may dump out all your baggage right away, assuming that the other person can already see all your so-called flaws. Both of these extreme attitudes can prevent you from forming lasting relationships. Although everyone appreciates a great listener, make sure you're not lending your ears in order to avoid opening up. And if you're tempted to spill your dirty laundry too quickly, take a deep breath and talk about the weather instead. Like a virgin, you need to be wooed and courted. Flings bore you, and you rarely indulge in them, or they end up turning into long-term relationships despite your intentions. Virgos have an eye on the real thing. Your family must approve of your mate, and this person will eventually be paraded in front of them before you decide if she's a keeper. You should be able to picture this person as the co-parent of your children. You may be sentimental, but you're far more practical. You choose with your head before your heart. There's one exception to this trend. As the sign of the helper, Virgos need to be needed. This can tempt you to fall for a fixer-upper type who leaves you drained and unsupported. Remember, it's not your job to be someone's therapist or helpmate. There are people who charge $150 an hour to do that, and chances are, you've got your own neuroses to deal with. To keep yourself in check, make sure you're not falling in love with a person's potential. Just because you're capable of running the show doesn't mean that you should. Although it can be easy to give and receive, relationships are a two-way street. Virgos will do anything to avoid that vulnerable feeling of depending on someone. Yet, once you let down your walls and try it, you've just laid the groundwork for real love. Aim for mutuality and respect, a true balance of give and take.